Welcome to Understanding Academic Load and Credits. Starting college is a huge milestone, and figuring out how many classes to sign up for is one of the biggest calls you'll make. Getting your course load right isn't just about getting good grades. It's about making sure you don't burn out and actually have the time to enjoy campus life. There isn't a perfect answer that works for everyone. Between your personal life, how you like to learn, and your specific major, everyone's perfect schedule looks a little different. I'm Danny Gorley Fisher, Director of Academic Advising Services, and I'm here to break down how the scheduling process works, what factors you should keep in mind, and how to pick a credit load that fits your life. Here's the basic breakdown of how the numbers usually shake out. Full-time enrollment has students in 4 to 5 classes, 12 to 15 credit hours. Part-time enrollment sees students in 3 or fewer classes, anything under 12 credit hours. And what's the big goal? Well, it's to get that bachelor's degree, and you'll generally need 120 credits in total. So what is a credit hour? A credit hour is a unit of measurement. For a university using semesters like EIU, it represents 1 hour of direct instruction or guided learning activity per week, plus 2 hours of study time for 15 weeks in a semester. That study time could include reading assignments, homework problems, or reviewing your notes. So the first thing to understand is that each free credit course will require 9 hours per week of your time, 3 hours in the classroom, and 6 hours of study time. To understand time commitment by academic load, let's get out our calculator. Full-time enrollment has you in 12 to 15 hours of class per week. Then you'll be studying 24 to 36 hours more per week. That's a total of 36 to 51 hours per week. It's a full-time job. Part-time enrollment would have you in 3 to 9 hours of class per week and studying another 6 to 18 hours each week. That's a total of 9 to 27 hours per week. It's like a part-time job. Some factors to consider in academic load. Outside the classroom, do you work? Do you have a family? Are you participating in any clubs or activities? Are you part of collegiate athletics or club athletics? Do you have hobbies that you want to keep going while in class? What are your sleep needs? And think about your medical appointments. Everyone has something from this list, and some people have multiple of these things going on outside the classroom. Inside the classroom, are you going to be able to take summer classes? If so, that might allow you to take fewer classes during the fall and spring and still meet your graduation deadline goal. You also should consider the rigor or difficulty of the courses you're taking. If you're not very strong at writing and you know that a few of your classes this term will require a lot of writing, it would be wise to fill out your schedule with other courses that don't have you writing as often and or take fewer classes so that you have more time to spend on writing assignments. You also must consider timing of sequencing. Certain courses are required before you can take others. It's called prerequisites. You can see the prerequisites for your courses in DegreeWorks, but you should also check with your academic advisor. They may know that a particular class is only offered in the fall or spring, and that it is vital that you take it when it is offered. Let's take a look at which path leads to graduation. We have one student who's very concerned about graduating quickly and takes 5 classes, even though one of them is a science, and science is usually tough for them. The second student decides to take only 4 classes because they know that that science is going to be tough. The first student makes D's in everything while struggling to juggle the rigor of the courses with their obligations outside of the classroom. At EIU, students must get a C or better to pass some classes, so the student receives a grade of NC, or no credit, in a couple of those courses. The second student makes straight C's. The first path leaves the student with only 3 classes passed and a GPA below 2.0, the minimum required to graduate. The second path ends with the student passing all 4 classes and having a GPA of 2.0. Clearly, the second path will get that student to graduation faster. But please note, this is just an example. If you can manage 5 classes at once, your academic advisor will support you in your goals. So let's summarize. First, identify the right load for you based on the factors in your life. Understand different enrollment types and whether you need to be full-time or part-time. And take the right number of courses so that you can pass them all. As always, if you have questions, you can ask your academic advisor.